This week on Healthy Living, we look at efforts to address cardiovascular diseases. Experts in Mali look to benefit from artificial intelligence to address heart disease in the country. And have you heard of dextrocardia? We'll have more on this abnormal positioning of the heart. These stories and more in this edition of Healthy Living. Hello, I'm Lina Khmoudou. Welcome to Healthy Living. Coronary heart disease, peripheral arterial disease, stroke, and aortic disease are the four main types of cardiovascular diseases. Over 17 million people lose their lives to diseases of the heart or blood vessels every year, according to the World Health Organization. Experts say from diagnosis to treatment, artificial intelligence is playing an increasingly pivotal role in helping medical professionals better understand and manage cardiovascular diseases, which are the leading cause of death worldwide. We start in Mali, where cardiologists are actively preparing to start experimenting with AI in the management of heart diseases. Here is more with Mohamed Danyoko.
In Bamako, the Luxembourg Teaching Hospital is the benchmark for the treatment of cardiovascular diseases. Hundreds of heart surgeries are performed here every year in the André Verstock Center. Dr. Modibo Doumbia, head of the surgery department, says Mali is lagging behind in the integration of artificial intelligence in the treatment of cardiovascular disease.
Artificial intelligence brings innovation in the field of cardiology worldwide, but in Mali we are lagging behind. With the support of our leader, Professor Sheikh Omar Bakayoko, who is the father of health informatics in Mali, we were able to receive training last December.
With state-of-the-art equipment enabling surgeries assisted by leading specialists around the world, Dr. Doumbia admits the use of artificial intelligence will considerably improve the treatment of heart disease.
The important thing is to continue to spread the word, because the camera and telemetry enables us to work with outside world, particularly when it comes to making certain decisions during surgery. We often have very complex pathologies, so we talk to some of our experts around the world, in France, Canada, Dakar, and even Afghanistan, which enables us to make a diagnosis in real time.
Dr. Doumbia believes that the skills are now available to move rapidly toward the use of AI in his country for faster intervention and a better outcome for patients.
Beyond Mali, AI can now be used to monitor heart rhythms. There are applications in phones or watches that can monitor the patient's heart rate. So if there's a problem, it triggers at the central level, enabling rapid treatment.
Dr. Doumbia says the knowledge he has gained from various training and seminars worldwide will be of great use when the time comes. Mohamed Danyoko for VOA Afrique, Bamako, narrated by Ignatius Ano.
Dr. Amina Jafar is Senior Registrar at the Cardiology Unit of the Federal Medical Center in Abuja, Nigeria. She discusses heart disease and its impact in Africa.
Generally, the cardiovascular diseases account for a large proportion of mortality or death in African population. Also, WHO states that about 38.3% of deaths are from non-communicable disease, and these diseases, cardiovascular disease, comply or add to these non-communicable diseases. And more than half is premature deaths. That's deaths between the age of 30 to 70 years of age. Cardiovascular diseases is a broad term that comprises of many heart diseases, and one of these is rheumatic valvular heart disease, which is a disease that affects the valves in the heart. So it's common in Africa because it's associated with poverty Then other heart diseases that are common in Africa include cardiomyopathy, which is disease of the muscles of the heart. That is also common. And hypertension, not to forget about it. There are modifiable and non-modifiable risk factors for heart disease. Modifiable are risk factors that we can control, and these include conditions like diabetes, people that are overweight, that's obesity, which is becoming very common now in our society. Then unhealthy lifestyle, eating of a lot of sugars, a lot of fatty foods, and low fruits and vegetables. People hardly eat fruits and vegetables nowadays. Then there is issue of physical inactivity, a lot of sedentary lifestyle. People stay indoors most of the time. Then smoking, which is a leading cause of cardiovascular disease, alcohol ingestion of some beverages, and so on. Then non-modifiable are conditions that are inborn. We cannot do much about it. So this includes gender, males are more common, and then followed by hereditary conditions that predispose individuals to these diseases. So a lot of studies have been done on genetic predisposition of heart diseases in African population. And it's been found that we have some certain inborn genetic factors that predispose Africans to certain cardiovascular diseases, particularly cardiomyopathies, followed by other genetic hereditary conditions. Hypertension also has a hereditary role to play. That being said, environmental factors play a huge role and contribute to these risk factors that are already inborn. There is fatigue, which we call undue tiredness. Whatever one does, the person feels tired. Then there is also chest discomfort, especially when it is associated with physical or emotional stress. Then there is also awareness of heartbeat, what we call palpitation. Then there is fainting spells. People tend to just collapse or faint, and that is also a sign of heart disease. As conditions get worse, patients or individuals tend to have difficulty in breathing, cough, body swelling, and these are usually at the end of the condition. And a lot of Nigerians, because due to poor screening and lack of awareness, they do not know that they have certain background cardiovascular conditions. These conditions could be blood pressure, very high blood pressure. It could also be certain conditions of the muscles of the heart, or certain electrical conditions of the heart. So, and these conditions, they have their triggers. Among these triggers is high emotional stress. If you look at this generation, it's far different from the previous generation. Younger people between the age of 30 to 60, or can I say 30, younger people 30s up to middle age, they usually have sedentary form of lifestyle. They're usually in front of the computers working. People hardly exercise, and their lifestyle, eating is usually from fast foods, not freshly cooked foods or fruits and vegetables. So the lifestyle is totally different from before. So the risk factors, industrialization, urbanization, has caused more of the modifiable risk factors. People eat a lot of fatty food and so on. Then don't forget smoking. Smoking used to be more like a taboo in previous generations, but now it's more common, and people smoke all sorts of things, not only tobacco. So these are all things that contribute to higher risk of heart disease in younger people. Nigeria has done a lot, but I think there's still room for improvement. More has to be done, but so far there is the National Multisectoral Action Plan for Prevention of Non-Communicable Disease, and cardiovascular diseases are part of non-communicable diseases.
Did you know that some people are born with their heart on the wrong side of the chest? This includes Joel Quansah, a Ghanaian man who has lived with dextrocardia for his entire life. He shares his experience.
I was not feeling all that okay, so I went to see a doctor at the Port Clinic. That's coming to one summer. And I was thinking it's malaria. So the doctor was just checking me, and he said, do you know you have heart disorder? And I said, no, I don't know. So I asked him, what is the advantage or disadvantage about where my heart is? And he told me, so far he hasn't seen anything wrong. It beats abnormal and your breathing is okay, so you can still live. And I wasn't sure of what he's saying, so I went to another hospital. If what the doctor is saying is true. So he first placed his hand at my left side. He didn't feel anything. Placed the hand at the other side, the right side. He felt the heart beating there. He said, Joel, your case is very special, so we should do the scan and other things to see if there are other medication around it. He has a very good friend at Kolebu. That's the main cardio. So I was referred to Kolebu. Then I went to meet Dr. Srebo. Then he said, okay, if that's so, I want you to go and do ECG and other things. The guy who was doing the ECG asked me, how does your heart beat? Because normal hearts have to beat a second, but yours beats twice the normal heart. I said, I don't know. He was trying to describe or explain it to me, and he was saying that they need to do surgery to close. There's a tube that the oxygen have to pass. There's a little hole there, so I have to do the surgery. I said, no. I was asking myself a lot of questions. Why me? Then I realized I see myself as a special person. I was not that happy because it's like it's life and death. Somebody that I'm trying to strive for excellence in my career, and you face or you see or they tell you something like this, it's like your life is coming to an end. Medication is very expensive, so if you don't have money, the medication becomes some way. My sleeping is not like the normal sleep. He gave me some medicine to take so that I can let me sleep and rest. Someone having such issue or problem shouldn't see the person like he's dying tomorrow or there's no future for that person. People having such problems, don't see them as they are odd. Get close to them, encourage them. If there's any help you think you can help them.
Dextrocardia is a rare congenital condition where the heart points toward the right side of the chest instead of the left. 1 out of every 12,000 people have dextrocardia, according to Johns Hopkins Medicine. Dextrocardia happens because the heart does not form correctly during fetal development, and the reasons are still unknown, according to experts. There are several forms of dextrocardia. In some cases, other organs are also on the opposite side of the body. Medical experts say people with dextrocardia who have no other congenital abnormalities can lead full and healthy lives. But the condition tends to occur with other conditions that can have serious effects on the heart, lungs, and other vital organs. Now, a broken heart is a term often used to describe the emotional pain someone feels after experiencing the end of a relationship. But is a broken heart a real medical condition? According to experts with US-based Mayo Clinic, broken heart syndrome is a heart condition that is often due to stressful situations and extreme emotions. People experiencing a broken heart may feel a range of emotions, including sadness, anger, and loneliness. Recovering from a broken heart can be a challenging and painful process, but there are steps you can take to help heal and move forward, including allowing yourself to grieve, surrounding yourself with friends, family, or a therapist who can provide emotional support, taking care of your physical and emotional well-being by engaging in activities that nourish your body and mind, and seeking closure, which can be important for some people to fully move on from a past relationship. The experts say, additionally, broken heart syndrome can be triggered by a serious physical illness or surgery. People may have sudden chest pain or think they're having a heart attack. Broken heart syndrome affects just part of the heart and briefly interrupts the way the heart pumps blood. In this case, the symptoms can be treated with medicine. Broken heart syndrome is usually temporary, but some people may continue to feel unwell after the heart is healed. That's our show for today. For more health news, wellness tips, and medical breakthroughs, stay connected to Voice of America at voaafrica.com. You can follow me on X at Linoch Mudu. Until next time, stay well and strive to make every day a healthy day.